Well, this is how I lost $6,000. Well, I didn't lose $6,000. I missed out on $6,000 because of fucking school. Hate school. Think it's pointless. I think it's a scam. I think college is a scam. But here we are, anyways. I'm gonna make a trade recap just over the trades I took today. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go over daily bias and whatnot. Daily bias. Overnight, we ended up filling this gap during London and Tokyo. And then during Tokyo, we ended up taking this high time frame liquidity, and on ES, we ended up putting in SMT with this high over here, right? As I'm recording this video, forgot to promote the Discord. I don't promote it enough. It's a small Discord. It's a free Discord. I want you guys to join, talk about trading, learn about trading, all that good stuff. Thank you. So that gave me a bearish bias. I was busy this morning again with school. Finals are coming up. I had to do tests, all that crappy, annoying, pointless stuff. But anyways, I ended up trading a little bit later today. We come into this 30-minute fair value gap on NQ. We also broke structure to the downside on the 30-minute, as you can see here. All right. Come here and we're retesting this fair value gap. I'm expecting a sell off down to these low resistance liquidity and to this gap. So scaling in when we tap into that fair value gap, we end up seeing liquidity be swept on, we end up seeing liquidity being swept right here on the 5-minute. All right. We put in an SMT that ended up getting broken later, but also liquidity sweeping on ES on the 1 minute. 1 minute on NQ. 1 minute on NQ, we see it close below right here. This is a change our state of delivery. I didn't enter here just because it was pretty choppy right here. I also wanted a little bit more manipulation on the internal, which we had here. We had a liquidity sweep here. And then we finally started to chop. We broke below this low down here, giving me even more confirmation that we were going to go lower. So then I put an order right here, testing this order block right here. I actually top ticked this trade. It was something like this, my entry, and I put my stops above the recent high. I was treating this as a protected high just because we had a liquidity sweep over here, and on the higher time frames, all the draws for me were lower down here. So I entered the trade. I had to leave to go to a test very soon on campus. When price went all the way down here on this bearish candle, right? This massive seller wick, I put my stops to break even, right? Just because I knew I had to leave soon. I had to leave in about 30 minutes from now. But my stops to break even, of course, we get tapped back out. And then on campus, walking to my test, I look at my phone. I see that we got stopped out at break even. So I'm like, all right, fuck. And then my friend's already in this trade. But then I also see on my phone here, we see a change in the structure on the 5-minute right here, right? We get a close below this wick. We are pretty bearish now here. So what I was looking for was a retest of this order block right here on the 5-minute. Also testing 5-minute fair value gap. And then on the 1 minute, we see right here, we see price tap into this 1 minute fair value gap. We see price reject it. I enter my trade here. I put my stops above this fair value gap around here, right? My fill was something more like this, probably like this. Yep. And then, yeah, I went in to take my test when price was broken below here. Price went below here, and this candlestick right here closed below it. I put my stops to break even. Went to take my test. I come look at the trade. I look at trading view first and not where I take my trades on Top Step. And I was like, oh, cool. We're making money today. Nope. I got stopped out at break even by literally like 1 tick. But yeah, I loved this trade either way. This trade was beautiful in my opinion. All of our draws were already lower. We already swept out high time frame liquidity. This is a perfect seller's model for me. Um, yep. And then on ES, when I was taking that second trade, it looked a little bit better short. All right, so let's give me more confirmation. Going up, down, 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 retest perfectly, dump straight to those lows. So if I took this trade on ES, sure, I would have made my money, but of course I took on NASDAQ just because NASDAQ had more room to the downside. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I didn't lose money, but I'm also upset because I missed out on about $5,000-6,000, something around there. This first trade obviously going to pay 6,000. The second trade is paying more, around 5,000. But yep, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys could learn something from this. Try not to get distracted when you're trading because that's a lesson I just learned today, pretty hard. Because most likely I would have managed this trade a little bit better. I probably wouldn't have moved my stops to break even. I wouldn't have a hard break even. I would have had a soft break even. But that being said, these are still beautiful trades. Coming into tomorrow, I still expect us to come down and take out these lows, also filling in this gap. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.